Good morning, Philosophy 1015, and welcome to week 3. So we are finally going to begin our journey through one of the 3 Western religions this week. And what we're going to do is start out just by laying out some very important context. And so this week, we are going to try to address some important elements like, just key events, key figures. That way you have just a rough idea of just the general timeline, key events, those types of things. And so in our effort to identify key figures and key moments, right, we're going to enable us that as we move through the next couple weeks in our dive into the Judaism, its religious, its philosophy, its rituals, all of that, right? We'll be able to kind of reference that in relation to the major moments and the major figures. Okay. And so one thing that I want to kind of address for you as you're going through your reading this week, pay close attention to, obviously, number one, that you are completing the study guide on a weekly basis. We are finally heading into that point where your study guide is going to get pretty deep and got lots of figures and got lots of names and lots of dates and all of this. So please make sure you're doing that on a regular basis. But then as you're diving into talking about these major moments and major figures in the discussion, please make sure that you're being as explicit in your references to the textbook as you can. Right? The more detailed, especially detail backed up by evidence from the reading, it will help you not only earn the grade that you want, but also to create a very kind of clear and nuanced discussion post that your peers will be able to follow. Okay, so if we jump right into the syllabus, we'll take a look at your reading for the week. Okay, so this week we're going to read from Riggs and Hagler 6.42 to 6.45. And so if we go back into content, what I'm referring to is the Riggs and Hagler textbook. And then if you open it, you will see under content, go to chapter 6, and then I'm referencing chapter 6.42, which is just a general introduction, to 6.45, which takes you to just this general outline of Jewish history. All right. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and I would be happy to answer them.